Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the day of the video 9. How's it going today? Today, I slept like an absolute baby last night. I was having really nice dreams of moving into different houses and weddings and stuff. So we're gonna nip that in the bud. So much so that I excitingly got up and started looking at houses that we could move into when Laura moves down here. But there aren't any. Well, there are a couple of good ones actually that we can move into as of June, but they're expensive to run. Like, they're good locations, they're nice places, but they're expensive on just my salary. There's one that's nice, it's really nice actually, it's probably better than the more expensive ones again, and it was £650 a month, which I can theoretically afford with relative ease. Relative ease. It just means my savings don't go up as much. Quite drastically, not as much, but by about, yeah. Anyway, it's affordable. But you have to move in by April. By the end of the month. Or is it like the beginning of next month or something like that? Basically too close, so we can't get it, which is annoying. But it's really good. So I've been looking, which is really a foolish thing to do, to be honest with you, because if you start looking now, you'll see something you like, and then when you look again later, you might not see any that you like as much. And I'm just gonna do that. Lol. I'm ordering a camera mount for my car tonight, so that as of next week I'll be able to talk to you while I'm driving to work, which will be good. / driving back. So that means I don't have to like quickly rushedly talk to you in the morning anymore, and we get that nice morning commute walk talk that we always get. There's always interesting things happen to you when you're in the car. So yeah, I've decided to bite the bullet and just order one. Truth be told, I had a good idea about like how best to that sun, man. I had a good idea about how best to do it, because like all of the camera mounts are a bit crap. Like, you have to. There's no quick release plate, but I've now discovered that you can actually get like quite good quick release plates for quite cheap. So it means like that, because I was looking at it, and if you were to get a quick release plate as well, you're talking that's 20 quid plus 10. It's like 30 quid just to mount my camera in my car, which is a bit excessive, but it's not that bad. So I found a cheaper way of doing it. I am going to roll, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get to work now. It's like 25 to, or it will be by the time I get in the car and start driving off. So, right, let's go. Let's keep that door open, and open the windows as well. I'm gonna quickly rinse these through first. Hold on. Hey crew, I'm back from work. I've already had my dinner as well. I'm just sitting down to do some work and stuff, and I got an email today. Alright, and I saw it at work, and I'm like, oh right, cool. I don't believe this email. It looks like a spam email, but it nearly frigging got me. So so it came through to my home account, right? And on my phone, it looks. Hold on, let me just figure out if there's any like personal details on here. Actually, yeah, there's no. Right, okay. So here you go. Here's what it looks like on my phone. In fact, if this is legit, then it can't be legit. It can't be legit. I'm not going to show you just in case. But anyway, it says tax return from year 2015, recalculation of your tax refund. HMRC 2015. There's no, it's just plain text. There's no styling or anything like that on it. Dear applicant, blah, 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 blah. And it's for about £281.79, which sounds relatively accurate. There was a while ago, where they messed up my tax codes. And I got taxed through my friggin' teeth. Because they put the wrong tax code onto my work. So it's believable, because I'm expecting that. On my phone, this doesn't actually look that bad, right? Until I pull it out onto the computer, right? Because I came home and it gives me a form I need to do. So I'm like, right, okay, I'll do that on my computer, right? So here's the email on my computer. Okay, here we go. That's what it looks like. Which looks fishy, right? Then you'll note that the email is from applicant, spelt wrong, @advisor.co.uk. And that website is a bit dodgy, isn't it? What is this? What even is this? Oh, do I even want to click on that? Let's have a look at their source code. Oh, what you got, mate? What you got for me? Why is it there? Right, what you got? Mouse over. Does this look like the source code? Advisor.co.uk splash intro.jpg. Image. What does it link to though? Fuck it. Oh! Access denied. The virtual directory does not allow objects to be executed. Okay, it's officially a spam email. I've figured it out. But okay, so the email address, I'm like, applicant, it kind of looks like it's spelt wrong. I checked it. I'm like, yeah, that's spelt wrong. But anyway, so I click onto it and I'm like, right, I'm now fully thinking this is spam. So I go through the attachments. I'm like, I wonder what attachment they're going to do. What are they going to do? They're going to give me a PDF I'm going to send them or something like that. So the attachment is a zip file, which immediately arouses suspicions, doesn't it? But I downloaded the zip file, scanned it with my antivirus software, and inside said zip file is a single HTML web page. Right? Sounds fucked up, this, doesn't it? So I click on it, and it takes me through to possibly one of the most legit scams I've ever seen. So there's their website. I say there's their website. Look, it's not. It's my PC up here. So it's got all this information, and it looks pretty accurate. Right? At this point, I'm not questioning it. I'm like, maybe it's not spam. So I open up the source code and I have a look at it. So there you go. There's the raw HTML that they sent me, and it looks legit. It links to the hmrc.gov.co.uk. It links to all of this. I mean, like, the code doesn't look very good. I'd expect it to be better for the government, I'd say. But there could be some clever things behind the scenes. I've written code that does that. Just behind the scenes, it hides it and just shows, like, really basic information. But then, like, I go down it and everything, it's linking off to normal stuff. And it's got, like, images from normal things, online, inlandrevenue.gov.co.uk. All of this looks legit. I'm like, this can't be right. Oh, hello. I keep now finding, I'm looking through all the links that are in it. There's this link here from an interesting looking domain, which I don't think has anything to do with the government. We'll try. Info, 403 forbidden. I don't have permission to access this server. Weird. Site advisor. Yeah. Thanks, Site Advisor. Yeah, so it's a... But the majority of this source code looks how I would expect it to look. And it wasn't until I got down to things like... There's a picture of a card at some point. Here, I think it is. That is that is literally just a link to... Have I closed it down? Like some kind of... Oh, there you go. Look, internetadcorp.com/pictures. CV card. Yeah, so that was a very, like, I almost got done by that, which is alarming, really, because if you were like me and you were like, oh, I wonder, let's actually have a look at this applicant advisor thing, and you were to click on it, say maybe you overlooked the fact, maybe you opened it on your phone, you didn't even see the email address it came from, you just saw this information, it looked relatively legit, it didn't look amazing. It doesn't look amazing on your phone at all. Maybe that's why it's designed... There we go, right, fuck it, I'll show you now, since it's not real. So when I got this on my phone, it looks relatively legit. Relatively. It doesn't look amazing, but it's an email on a phone. It never really looks great, does it? And it doesn't really look... The email is, like, really small there. Applicant there. I'm not really going to read that, am I? So if someone was to download that zip, right? Maybe... someone more naive than me that wouldn't go, oh my god, that's a zip, that's weird, and they'd open it up. Well, to be fair, it's quite a couple of steps to figure out how to open up a file in a zip. Don't you have to? I mean, only if you have like if you have like WinRAR or something like that. That's the only thing you can use, isn't it, to open it without opening it? What happens if you open a zip without WinRAR? Don't you have to export it somewhere? So there's a couple of steps here. If someone is clever enough to get through all of that, click on it, and then not look at the source code behind it, I'd fall for that. You know what I mean? That's terrifying. But anyway, it's a con. Right, well anyway, that's that over. That debauchery from my life. I think I used that word right there. What's been going on today then? Oh, we have been fixing things. We fixed our deployments, are now fully functional and up and running. They were yesterday, I think. I haven't done any work on it though today, because we went to a meeting the first half of the day where we was discussing. What were we discussing? We were discussing things to do with how we're displaying the work that we're doing to the business, because we're trying to figure out the best way of doing it, because we have like burn down graphs where you have like loads of stuff to do, a line that says finish by this date, this is how much you should do. You're supposed to like stay close to that line, and the problem is at the moment we're like quite over here, we're like this over the line, we're just kind of going in a flat line like that, right? But we have like loads of different user stories that need doing, and there's like 10 developers, and we're all working in parallel. So there's 10 different things in progress at one time, and you can't see that going down because it's a thing of things that are ticked off, things that are finished, and it'll go along like this. It'll just go da 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 da, and then the thing I finished the other day, it's still by the rules, by the user thing. While it works, it's not finished yet. Although I've now reworded it so it is finished and moved it elsewhere. So what you get is you kind of get this, and then it goes flat, 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 bang, flat, 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 bang, or maybe up a bit, flat, flat, bang, like that, right? So it's actually quite an aggressively chart. It's not, you never get a smooth. It's unrealistic to say you're going to do one sign off every day. That's mental. But yeah, so we had an argument about that, had a discussion about ways that we can get around that issue. I'm not aware that we ever came up with a solution for it. So it actually got quite feisty as well, because essentially what it appears to be for us is we're working really hard, but what the business want is they want like to see how much work we're doing every day, which they know how much work we're doing every day. And if they were that interested, like if you don't trust that we're sitting working on your stuff, then that's like what some of the people feel, is like if you don't trust us, then come in and have a look. That's the whole idea of Agile, is you're supposed to come in and check. That guy driving that car was wearing a dubious amount of clothes, like i.e. not a lot at all. But yeah, so that's fun. Straight after that, I was doing a presentation. I've been making a presentation all day with Lewis, because me and Lewis have to present to my university at some point on Tuesday. You have to have like 20 minutes on what we've done, whether university helped us, and other stuff, what we've learnt and all that kind of stuff, which is a lot. So we were doing that for the entire thing. We like worked together for the first bit. We're supposed to do 2 separate ones, but we both worked on the same team for like 4 months. So what we've done is we've kind of done one that forks into 2. So we both take the beginning and then we go right bang into the next bit, So yeah, that's our plan there, I guess. We was doing that all day, and we was also trying to get... Do you remember when I first got to work, and the first thing we were doing was like a sales board, something that like displayed the amount of sales that you got during the day and all that kind of information, the amount of quotes you got and all that. Well, it's been taken down. Like, it doesn't exist. It's not on the website anymore. It's not on the board to display to the floor. And that's because it was a pain. It was a pain in the neck. It was flawed. It had like a massive memory leak in it, like a huge memory leak, to the extent where if I left it running on my computer, just in a web browser, if I left that web page running over the weekend, it would crash my computer. And my computer had 16 gig of RAM. That's how much RAM it filled up. It was just like, finished. Because we didn't know what we were doing, basically. It's actually quite funny looking back at that and thinking, God damn, we were idiots. We had like legitimately an entire, like it's a chunky piece of code, and it was all done in the header of the HTML. Jesus, it's legitimately embarrassing. We've just got some C# code in the top of the HTML, just like frigging calculating sales and stuff. It's mad. But anyway, yeah, it got taken down because of the memory leak. So we went back to it, and it was broke. It just didn't work. It just flat out did not work. It just wouldn't load. It wouldn't do anything. The other board, the board that shows like the amount of bills we were doing, that's completely messed up, and we're like, wow, do we have a screenshot of it working ages ago? We've kind of got like a 4-month black spot. Like, you can't see this, we're going to tell you about it. this visual thing we made, but we can't actually show it you. So we spent like a good 2 hours trying to get it running. And while we were trying to get it running, like it doesn't work on the box, we tried to boot it up locally. While we couldn't get that running, we just casually like looked over at our other monitor, and it was just there looking at us. We're like, what? It just started working. It just literally just went, boop, working, lol. So we took a screenshot of it. We didn't actually, like the 2 hours we spent trying to fix it, and by fix it I mean like all of the code behind the scenes doesn't work. If you pull it down from the server, run it on your machine, it does not work. So I don't know how it works. I don't know what made it start working. Who knows? That thing, even though we wrote it, is powered by fairy dust. It's insane. So we was going through that. It suddenly started working, and then we were like, right, okay, we want to show this in the presentation. Can we show it? And they were like, well, it's kind of got like it's got information about like our affiliates on it. It's got sale figures. It's actually kind of like financially damaging if it got out. So no, you can't. So we've gone through all that process of like getting it, rebooting it on the server, and all this kind of stuff, checking the caches and everything so that we could get it running. We weren't allowed to show it, so we're like, can we do a screenshot and like blank everything out? And they're like, yeah, but you're gonna have to blank this. So we've got this screenshot. In fact, I've got it on Google Drive. It's incredible. It's one of the best screenshots ever, essentially. Where are you, mate? Where are you? Work. Because we're doing it on Google Drive. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, mate. You can do it. Here's a screenshot. I spent ages going over everything in black. It started really like finely colouring it in here, and then I'm like, just going to draw black triangles everywhere, black rectangles everywhere. So it's got all of our sales information. It's all blanked out. All of the people we sell for, blanked out. All of the aggregators, you could probably guess the aggregators, but they're all blanked out. The scales blanked out, the amount of sales, the prices, the financial data is blanked out. The only thing you can see, the date the screenshot was taken, and that's it. Which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, I'll just put that back to where it was. So yeah, we've been creating our lovely presentation, and we got to use like the official company skin, which is exciting. It's all company branded and stuff, But yeah, so that's what we were doing. Alongside trying to get our stuff to build. So happy days there. Otherwise, came home. It's quite an interesting drive home as well. I left a little bit late because I was talking to some managers and stuff. And Lewis went out ahead of me. Lewis still has to walk to the furthest away car park and then like go around the block. Like if we're here, we go like that way out. He has to walk to about there and then drive around the block like that. It's quite a long way as well, to be fair. It does take about like a good 5-10 minutes. So he had like a good 7-minute head start on me, and he drives like a lunatic. I don't want to drive in his car at all. And he was behind me, and I'm like, this guy, he's gonna catch up with me. And then he just appeared. He's got like quite a distinctive like blue Mazda, and he appeared behind me. And then he just like bullies his way around, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! And there was a red car behind me that held him up, and I actually went the way I used to go to give him chance to try and overtake me, because he's always been like, oh, I could totally beat you, I'll totally overtake you, and I'll catch up with you. So I let him, and he didn't. The red car behind him held him up. That was exciting. Came home, had a paella for dinner. I'm just going to look into how to make your own paella. I wonder how difficult it is. And I'm thinking, could I do it with trout fillets instead of prawns or something, because I've got trout, so I don't know what to do with my trouts. And then otherwise, I've looked through all of that faked tax stuff, and now I've got like a lot of different admin things to do. I'm doing something, got emails to send, blog post to write, and I'm ringing Laura later, and I've also got to, was that it? Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, there's a good couple of things. Still got to make sandwiches as well, so I'm going to do that as well. And ladies and gentlemen, with the blip of an eye, that is that. I've got to ring. I'm ringing Laura in 2 minutes, and we're going to be discussing finances for the next year or so. My tooth hurts as well. But yeah, we're going to be discussing finances and the like. And I'm thinking of busting open. My dinner wasn't that big because it was like a like ready meal kind of thing. but we will go. Yeah. So I'm thinking of having pudding. A bit of Easter egg. It's what Easter eggs are for, right? What's going on tomorrow, though, ladies and gentlemen? It's Friday tomorrow. Bloody hell. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I don't know. Who knows these days? I don't know. Everything's going off all at the same time at this rate. I've been emailing. I've got so many emails to send. Why do so many people want me all at the same time? I've got to send a letter off to the university to change courses. I need to do... Oh, what else do I need to do? I need to plan things for the weekend. For the weekend to begin. Although, to be fair, I have... Well, who knows, ladies and gentlemen? I'm just reeling from the... that bloody email. No idea. Right, I'm going to get going. I've got to ring Laura, and I've got to rend you out and upload you in the background while I'm talking to her. So, thank you very much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you later.